is mosh pit etiquette really even a thing? Pit etiquette when you have a broken fucking nose and are bleeding everywhere. I saw Converge and Poison a Well. Fucking love Converge. Last night in Worcester, I believe is how you say this city. Good sets, mostly a good time. At one point during Poison a Well, I noticed a dude near me with an obviously broken nose. Face and hands absolutely covered in blood. It's always at the Palladium. He lulled. I think if you're bleeding absolutely everywhere, brother, you are ruining the experience for those around you. If I'm in the pit, I do not want to touch a bloody motherfucker. Okay? I do not want that guy's blood. Like, it's one thing if you get a little on you, right? Because you hit someone or maybe someone got a little, whatever. But bro, if you are bleeding everywhere, you got it all over your shirt and your hand and whatever, like, bro, don't touch me. And I'm so sure that I'm not the only person that feels that way, because now everyone is going to like avoid you, and that kind of throws everyone around you off. How you gonna be gushing on other people? Yeah, like, clean yourself up. The band will be there in 30 seconds. Just run to the room or something, wipe down, get back in there. Hey dude, don't bleed. Keep that shit inside. Yeah, why are you bleeding everywhere? Keep it inside of you. What are you doing? I guess we all know these things can happen, but is it also normal or not to leave the pit for a minute to wash your fucking face and hands? At some point, he got a hold of a t-shirt and tried to give himself a quick wipe down, but it didn't help much. Is spreading blood-borne illnesses the new crowd killing? Discuss. I noticed this at a show recently too. Dude bleeding from his eyes at the Drain show. From your fucking eyes? Okay. If I was bleeding from my eyeballs, I would freak the fuck out. Go to the... What do you mean bleed from the eyes? Looks dope in pictures, but holy shit, guys. If you want a blood-borne pathogen... well, that's how you get that. I'm a tattooer, so I do my health department training once a year. Honestly, I think everyone should have to take the class because it's a good reminder. Just look up pictures of contact dermatitis, MRSA, or the side effects of hepatitis. It's fucking traumatizing. Fellas, do your research. I'm not looking that up. The sight of blood scares the shit out of me. I'm okay, but I can picture it. My brother had MRSA once. I'm good off that. I'm good off looking at that shit. But it's so brutal to bleed. Okay. Yeah, you know what, Emma? You're spitting. I feel like when you're pitting it up, right? I feel like people like to try to be main character tough guy in the pit. And if you're bleeding, that just makes you look so cool. You're just such a cool fella, just bleeding everywhere. Like, yeah, I'm bleeding. That's not bothering me. I'm still moshing. I'm still watching the show. I don't give a fuck. No, bitch, you're gross. Yeah. No, motherfucker, get away from me. So cool. Yeah, you look so cool spreading illness. How do we combat this? Because obviously many people are not interested in leaving just because of a bloody nose. My first idea, I smoked weed 10 minutes ago. Sorry if this is harebrained. Have small, very durable, built-in first aid kits at the ends and center of the stages. Ooh. Hold on. He's kind of spitting. Wait, he's spitting. If you have like a first aid kit on deck, right? Like accessible, right? Where you know shit like this is gonna happen potentially. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all. He smoked 10 weeds 1 minute ago. Pack them with glove, gauze, tampons, band-aids, alcohol wipes, and hand sanitizer. That is such a good fucking idea. At some shows where they have security, this would be easy to administer because those people keep an eye on things. At the no barricade shows, I'm not sure. I guess pray, I'm not sure. I guess pray there's someone with enough knowledge and wherewithal. What is that word? Wherewithal? Hold on. What the fuck does that word mean? The money or the means needed for a particular purpose. Okay, I said it right. That's all that matters. To get a kit and get to the person's bleeding under control. Yeah, that's the whole thing, right? If you, that's pretty well said. If you can get the bleeding under the control, I think it's fine. If crowd killing never became the mosh meta, that wouldn't be a huge problem, but I digress. We're actually about to talk about crowd killing in a second. I was at a small Oi and hardcore fest last spring where a guy got a nasty cut and was getting blood everywhere and would not go take care of it. Eventually, the promoter and his crew took him aside and gave him a polite but stern talking to, and he finally went and got it taken care of. Did not help that he had been drinking since the pre-show the night before. God damn, absolutely hammered. Segueing into another Reddit post I saw that is titled, "Crowd Killing is Dumb as Fuck." Now, before reading this, I gotta mention, also Emma just brought up crowd killing, so this is a perfect segue. I don't think crowd killing is an issue depending on your environment. If you are watching Hot Mulligan, bitch, why are you crowd killing? Why are you punching out there? If you're watching, there was a guy, I say this story all the time. I was at a Chunk No Captain Chunk show. Why is this guy crowd killing at a Chunk No Captain Chunk show? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Go to a hardcore show, a slam show, beatdown, where crowd killing is pretty okay. People don't really bat an eye on it, right? Like that in those environments, sure. But if you're watching A Day to Remember, what are we doing here? I've seen crowd killers at Lil Darky. Okay, they are dumb. They don't know what crowd killing is, where it's some sort. If you are crowd killing somewhere that's not a hardcore show, you don't know what you're doing. You look goofy. Why do people crowd kill? I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend like I know like the crowd killing in and outs where like why it's a thing in hardcore. I'm not gonna pretend like I know why. All I know is crowd killing stays within hardcore. Oh my god, I just unlocked a memory. Oh my god. Again, I was in a really shitty easycore band. We did mostly pop punk. We had breakdowns. I was screaming. Our breakdowns were like metalcore rooted. We even had songs that fell more into post-hardcore, but we played with a lot of pop punk bands. Us being the heaviest band on the bill, right? For these pop punk kids, there was one kid that he only listened to pop punk. We played like this fest one day. We were one of the heavier bands. Again, just being like easycore. There was probably like one metalcore band and then us. Some guy that's seen us multiple times, he goes, "I'm gonna crowd kill during your set." I was like, please don't. Please don't. Right? Like karate in the pit, sure. Pick up your change. Do your windmills, sure. That's okay. I feel like that's okay in almost any genre, sure, whatever. Obviously dependent. Like you're not gonna do that at a Death Cab for a Cutie show, right? But like if it's appropriate, go for it. But going to the full extent at crowd killing, like Michael said, don't do that at a fucking Weezer show. Not so loud. No, I'm not. I'm a big pop punk guy. Look in my shirt. I'm a huge pop punk fella. I'm just saying that to him, easycore was like his deathcore equivalent. I'm not shitting on only listening to pop punk. I'm just saying to him, easycore was like the heaviest he got. Premeditated crowd killing is insane. Yeah, and that's the other thing, right? Like if you're targeting someone while crowd killing, you're just being a dick. I don't care what genre is playing right now. If you're just looking at someone, I'm looking at you, chat. I see you in the pit right now. And I just only crowd kill you. I'm a scumbag, right? If you're crowd killing, you do it against a crowd. You're not targeting anyone. It's just a dance. That's a hard line. Yeah, because you're just being a bully at that point, right? And like being a bully at a hardcore show, that's just not something that's supposed to be a thing, right? Because again, I say it every time we talk about hardcore, it's about inclusion and like fuck bullies. So if you're being a bully at a hardcore show, is oxymoron the appropriate term? That's an oxymoron. Correct me if I'm wrong because I'm an outsider, but isn't the point of moshing that it's contained within the pit? Well, so in a show that's not hardcore, yeah. But even like crowd killing, right? It is within the pit. It's like you're crowd killing the people that's like surrounding the pit. You're not going to the back of the venue and like beating those guys up. From what I saw so far, crowd killing is just beating the shit out of people that probably don't want to participate in the kind of shit. Well, if you are on the borders of the pit, you are like signing up for it. You are participating. If you want zero participation, you got to be in the back. You can't be anywhere near the pit. Because if, in a hardcore show specifically, if you're in a hardcore show, you cannot be anywhere near the pit. Even in like non-hardcore shows, right? Being a part of that circle, like being on the like bordering the pit, you're still signing up for potentially getting hurt. While like it is more contained and like outside of hardcore, it's like there's still the chance is still there. Crowd killers are why I don't go to hardcore shows anymore. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. To be fair, some shows the entire crowd area becomes a pit. Yeah. Yeah. And like small venues, small shows, there's only so much you can do, but like you kind of sign up for it. Went to see Landmarks, Papa Roach, and A Day to Remember. Mostly went for Landmarks. Okay. Off the bat, shouldn't be crowd killing at any of those shows. Moshpits were solid overall, heavy as. But when A Day to Remember came on, which honestly I didn't even find that heavy, more like cheesy rock with some metalcore sprinkled in, first time hearing them, a few idiots started windmilling and throwing punches. Copped one straight to the jaw while they were playing soft, cheesy rock songs. I was like, what the fuck? No need for that. Dumb as fuck. Do you agree? Okay, I think windmilling is okay, but if you're throwing punches, again, like, I don't know if this is like karate into pit shit, or like when they say throwing punches, it means like towards the crowd. If it's towards the crowd, yeah, it's A Day to Remember, bro. What are you doing? But if you're windmilling, that's like fine, I think. And keep in mind, this is at the metal. This is on the Metal for the Masses subreddit. So like, I feel like depending on where this is uploaded, you'll get like different, or posted, you'll get different responses. Only C's do crowd killing. C's, not music fans. C's. In my experience at metal shows, when the kicking and punching starts, someone gets decked. Oh, this better, that crowd killing stuff. Try that shit in my scene. You try to crowd kill in my scene? Oh, buddy, you're in for a rude awakening. Like, that's just the energy it's giving. It's why I've always hated going to hardcore gigs. Love the music. Fans make the experience insufferable. See, which is fair, right? If you love hardcore but don't like the crowd killing, I don't blame you if you don't want to go to a show. I used to listen to a lot of punk and hardcore in the 90s, and fights were common on hardcore shows, but when I started listening to metal, I was expecting death and black metal shows to be even more violent. It was a pleasant surprise. It's the fucking worst. I end up watching the crowd more than the band so I don't get punched in the head. That's actually very, very true. Depending on the band you're watching, this is like a fact. Like, you're kind of like in survival mode rather than, hey, I'm here for entertainment. Throwing punches, probably dumb kids. I don't know about you, but I already went to a lot of metal concerts in Portugal and never saw anything like punch or aggressive attitude like that. I can even add that once in a mosh pit, I slipped and fell. Instantly had several people around me lifting me up, checking if I was okay and protecting me from the rest. And that's the other thing, right? Well, I feel like shows in general, it's a part of the etiquette. If like somebody falls, you just help them up. And like overall, I think like intentions when it comes to live sets, I feel like I like to believe that everyone has good intentions and no one is out there actually trying to hurt anyone. It's just a thing that happens. Like, it's kind of like nature when you go to more like aggressive shows. But I don't know. I can't speak for every scene in existence either. You know what I mean?